So first of all, I just want to let you guys know that I will not be deep diving into like the business aspect of Vince McMahon returning to WWE because business is not my forte, unfortunately. So I can go into what the Wall Street Journal said and stuff like that, and I will go into a few bits in this video. But I'm going to talk about Vince, and I'm going to talk about the sale. Now, the sale that I could potentially talk about. Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Ewan McQuaid, and today we are talking about Vince McMahon returning to WWE. But first, if you like wrestling content, please hit subscribe. Please like this video. Please comment down below your thoughts. It means a lot. Let's boost from the top rope in 2023. So, it broke in the first week of January. Vince McMahon has somehow, he's back in WWE after being disgracefully dismissed, part retired, part dismissed from WWE. He is now back on the board of directors for the company. Now, a lot of stuff has come out about this. The first one that I will go into is that Vince basically held WWE hostage and said he wouldn't approve any TV rights or any sale of the company if he was not involved. He would just say no, being the majority shareholder. That's basically it's basically having a gun to WWE's back saying, you can't do jack shit unless I'm involved. That's basically what he said. And from there, he's been appointed back on the board. Some board members have left. Some board members have been replaced by George Barrios and Michelle Wilson, who were two people that Vince fired in the pandemic. So it all sort of circles back around. And what does that mean? Now, from the meeting, there was a talent meeting, okay? That apparently Vince is just there to facilitate a sale. He's not going to get involved with creative. No one's changing positions as of yet. It could potentially happen. It could. So what are the ramifications of this? So, first and foremost, the sale. That's it. It's all about selling the company. Now, it's a very important IP. You know, big media conglomerates are looking for IP everywhere and looking to own new things to bolster streaming services. And WWE is one of the few that doesn't really, it hasn't been scooped up by a Disney, by an Amazon, or anything like that. Similarly, UFC, I don't think has got, they think they've got TV deals, but they haven't been bought by a big conglomerate that they can use to bolster a streaming service. So, for that sort of aspect of it, it seems like, sure, sell the company. Okay, Vince, okay. But what we have to look at, and this is like a profile, like a criminal profile, is the track record of Vince McMahon being an incredibly stubborn, incredibly arrogant, incredibly awful man who is power hungry. So what's he going to do? Is he going to go into these TV negotiations or these sale pitches and say, okay, I will sell you WWE if I'm back involved? Because what a way to come back to the company. He said he can use that. He can actually say that in negotiations. Now, that is a very arrogant and very blind and very out of touch way to go about things, considering the allegations surrounding Vince McMahon. And I don't understand, to be honest. I get it's a valuable IP, but me as Disney, if I was Bob Iger running Disney, I'd be like, not a chance we are buying WWE to put on Disney Plus if you're involved with all these allegations. Why would that? I want to bring that cloud over my company. And I feel like that's the way a lot of these companies might feel. It's going to give them bad PR from that aspect. So Vince McMahon is back. He's not with creative. Let's put that to the side until further things develop. If he does become head of creative, God help us all. And if he does take back power, God help us all. Because I think we can all say that the product has been on a big upswing since Vince McMahon left and Triple H took over creative. I think it's been a vast improvement on what we had for the past when was the last great year of WWE? Maybe like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I enjoy every time I go and think of a year, I think of something terrible. So I can't really put my finger on that. But I think it's a good start for Triple H. So let's brush past that. Let's brush past Vince, even though he's the thumbnail of the video. Fuck Vince McMahon. Am I right? He's a prick. The sale. The sale is where I can sort of give my opinion. Being a media student, I can sort of get in on some of this action and give some viewpoints. So it's a valuable IP. WWE is a valuable IP. The only thing about that is there a stigma with professional wrestling? Because for the longest time, WWE was the only game in town, never really played for a sale. But again, that was before the streaming wars, before you had Netflix, before you had Disney Plus, before you had Peacock, before you had Paramount Plus, and all these, like Apple TV, all these other streaming services that are fighting for content and to get us, the audience, on board and subscribing to their services. And it's quite valuable in that. You look at the library that WWE has got, it is massive. It is one of the biggest content libraries available if it's for sale. One of the biggest libraries that you can put on a streaming service and bring all of those fans into your service. That is the valuable thing with WWE. Like, because I get live events and stuff, but I don't think they make a terrific amount of money from like house shows and stuff like that. It mainly comes from the TV rights deals, which is again something that falls when you buy WWE. You get to put it on TV, weekly episodic show. There you go. More money coming into your company. And why would people be interested? So you look at some of the main contenders. You've got Disney, who could potentially buy WWE. And I think it'd be quite a smart play from Disney. Because obviously it's PG TV. It's not TV 14 in America. It's PG. Even though they push the boundaries a little bit, WWE do. But having, like, you've got Star on Disney Plus, just having a section that is WWE, and you've got, it basically just takes you to a new version of the network, could work really well. They do a lot of, like, sports-orientated content on Disney Plus because they try to capture the whole market. And I think that'd be quite interesting. They do a lot of sports documentaries and stuff like that. I know the Ric Flair documentary's on there. I think there's a Michael Jordan documentary on Disney Plus as well. You've obviously got Welcome to Wrexham with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McClellan. That guy. So there is some sports-orientated stuff there. Netflix, I don't think, are in a position to even consider buying WWE. So they just need to be pushed to one side. They're in a lot of debt. Their numbers are going down. And I don't think they have the money to financially do anything like that. Apple TV is always a shout because Apple have a lot of money. They have a lot of money, and if they want to, go towards a bit more sports-orientated content, family-orientated content, because a lot of the stuff that I see, at least advertised from Apple TV, is like adult dramas, like what's the morning show with Jennifer Aniston, that one. The one with Jason Momoa, where people don't hear, or something like that. That looked quite adult-orientated. So they could easily branch out into a family-orientated thing with WWE. So I think there's a lot of merit in the WWE name. And the other one that has since been recognised is potentially being bought by a company in Saudi Arabia. Now, obviously, that's not a particularly great look. They have the business deal with Saudi Arabia, as does UFC, as far as I'm aware. It could happen. It'd be very sad if it happened. I think one of the other big companies, Amazon, Apple TV, anything like that, would benefit a lot from WWE. I think there's value in WWE as a product and as a license, because there is a lot of avenues where you make money from WWE, essentially. You have got, as much as they don't make a lot of money, you've got merchandise sales, you've got live events, you've got What's the other one? Games, got 2K games, all that stuff that comes with that. So there's a lot in the IP that you could bring in and bring across to a new company. So it's quite interesting in that regard. It's just with Vince at the helm, what is he going to go for? Because he is majority shareholder. So if it does get sold, he gets the final say, essentially. So it's a bit of a weird time, weird start of the year, and according to like reports and stuff that have come out, they've already hired a lawyer for the potential sale who's going to look into it, and it could be in the next 3 to 6 months that things start progressing.
Well, tell all your viewers that I'm getting dog food,
So that's it, basically. It's insane over there at WWE and Titan Towers and everything that is going on in Connecticut, and we will just have to see how this develops from here. But I want to know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Let me know everything down in the comments below. Hit subscribe, like the video. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.